y'all niggas. It's that ice. Niggas get icy. Check that price tag. Shit looks pricey.
Salute to Black Milk. Underrated hip-hop talent, that's for sure. D.J.S, let's talk about something real quick. We talking about Street Talk Entertainment, Street Talk ENT. Dropped a couple battles from Mean 3. And we're going to talk about 2 of them right now. Alright? Hit the like, subscribe, let me know what y'all think. Leave a comment and all that. Let's start with this one though. Let's start with the OG. Swave Sevah is back versus A-Ward. Dope matchup. Dope battle, actually. Dope battle, I ain't gonna lie. Dope battle. Let's get right into it. A-Ward goes first. Has a dope round. He does go the age route. He did go the age route. But he made it funny, made it entertaining. I wasn't mad at it. Had a dope first. Definitely had a dope first. Swave answers. Has a dope first, I feel, with tax, I guess you could say. A little bit more potency in the material by Swave. I ain't gonna lie to you. Swave's material was definitely a little bit more potent, if not a lot more potent than Ward. Not maybe throughout, but we're gonna talk about it. I edged the first to Swave. I gave the first to Swave. Had there been a little bit less jokes and more bars, more of an attack from Ward, would have been different because Swave wasn't playing. He wasn't joking a lot. He had a couple jokes here and there, but he wasn't living off of them. He was cerebral, if you want to call it that. Second round though, Ward turns in a dope round. I feel like that either second or the third round was his best round, at least to me. I think his second was to me. Dope second round. He was definitely cooking. My rebuttal game crazy, you know that's gonna hit. Hits with a dope rebuttal. One of them was kind of funny. He was dope. Swave returns my knuckle game crazy, which is fire. Had his own form of rebuttal. I don't know if it was a pre-rebuttal or whatever, but it worked. This round is close. The second round is close. Second round is definitely close. I gotta say that. We'll get back to that one. Third round though, Ward turns in another consistent dope round. Just a good, solid round again. Solid round. Swave, he went into something pertaining to rest in peace to Bishop from my city. Right? Rest in peace to Bishop. Salute to my boy Corey, who introduced, or he told me about Bishop back in the day. Or he's one of the people who knows him, stuff like that. So I got people around me who know him, right? I don't think I've ever met him. I may have, but I don't remember. But shout out to Bishop, rest in peace to him. Right? Great Canadian. Rest in peace to Bad State too. At the end of the day, Swave goes that route for about 16, maybe 20 some bars, maybe 20, 24. And then he goes back on attack mode. While Ward stayed in attack mode, didn't really teeter off into anything else, didn't speak on anything else. I'm gonna edge that round, even though I really shouldn't. But if you're more direct, I gotta give it to you. Not to say Swave wasn't direct, but I actually feel like even though Swave had a dope intro with the whole thing with Bishop and all that, I still feel like this wasn't his strongest round. I feel like his first two were stronger. I edged this round to Ward. Even though I shouldn't. Rest in peace to Bishop. But I gotta be fair. It comes down to the second for me. And low key, keeping it tall, as close as that round was, I edged that round to Swave. Swave's material was so much more potent and thought-provoking. The way he took on, I wouldn't just say the Christian angle, the religion, Christian, the Bible, whatever. However you want to put it. The way his take was, the way he approached it was so dope. So dope. I gave him this battle 2-1. rounds 1 and 2. And if someone had him win the third, I'm not even mad at that. You gotta remember, this is the man with the most 30s. This is the 3-0 king. And it's good to see him back. Good to see him back. You mentioned in the battle that Bishop gave him 6 names that he had to go and beat. Well, you got through one of them, bro. You got through one of them. Rest in peace to Bishop. Rest in peace to Bishop. You know what's so funny, though? Before I get to the next battle, I don't recall no one ever talking about Bishop versus Jin and those battles back in the day that were actually packing venues. I don't think y'all remember that. Those battles were packing venues. Him versus Jin used to pack up here in the 6. That would pack a venue. But anyway, rest in peace to him. Yeah, I feel like if Swave, the 6 names that was given him by Bishop, if this is how he's gonna be coming, yeah, them 6 names they're gonna really need to be bringing it. Cause Swave brought it. And he beat A-Ward, no key. I got Swave winning 2-1. My personal opinion. Next battle real fast though. Geechi Gotti versus Steams. Dope battle again. Mean 3 had a couple of joints on it. I ain't gonna front. Shout out to Scoop. You had a couple of mean ones on there. I ain't gonna lie. Geechi goes first though. I feel like his round was safe. Wasn't too much, wasn't too little, wasn't super crazy, wasn't underdone, nothing like that. Just a good round. Beatable though. Beatable. But he had a good round though. Steams had a dope first. He had a super dope first. 2-2-3s, shoot through threes, shoot through trees. What you gonna hide behind? Crazy. Steams was on one. Steams was definitely on one. And his pen is super underrated and it's so dope. Edge the first round of Steams. I gave that first round of Steams. Geechi answers back in the second and he starts wilding. He definitely starts cooking in the second. He gets that presidential dubs, saying he looks like Prince when Dubs crying and all that. He was going. He was going. Had a freestyle rebuttal off the top, cooking in the first, and then in the top of that round. Dope second round. This team was gonna have to work to beat this round. You're gonna have to work. And it didn't pan out that way. Even though he had some fire in there, I gave the second round to Geechi. Steams was writing though. His pen was on display. There was something he said in the second that was so dope. So dope in the beginning of his round. It was so fire. But shout out to Steams and Geechi for bringing it for 3 rounds. I thought this was going to be a 1 round, to be honest with you. When I seen it was 3, like, oh shoot. Alright, cool. 1-1 going into the third though. 1-1 going into the third. Geechi has another dope round. His third round is definitely dope. Not as dope, maybe not as hard hitting as the second, but I feel like it was still a little bit better than the first though. So if this is a beatable round, it's a beatable round that you have to really, really work to beat. It wasn't gonna be an easy beatable. It wasn't gonna be an easy beatable at all. And Steams had some shit in the third. He did. He did. I feel like he brought it close, but then he closed it out and ended the battle the way he ended it. And I was like, if you had like at least a 16 more, maybe 8 to 16 more, I might have edged you that round, especially if they were hitting. He had some shit in the third, but it just wasn't enough in my opinion. And I love the year that he's having so far. Him and A-Ward, now him and Geechi. Who did he battle before? He had another battle before that. I think I spoke on that one too. Steams is having a dope year. Dope battle. I edged the third round to Geechi, but I could go back, listen to it again, and maybe I might switch. Maybe I might switch the first 2. It's definitely a dope battle though. But I got Geechi winning 2-1. Shout out to Steams, because Steams is having a dope year. I actually hope to see Steams on the Cody list somewhere. You got A-Ward, you got Geechi. He got one other name earlier this year. I forgot who it was off the top of the head, but he definitely has a few names. Definitely has a few names. I think he battled Fetty too. He's got a couple of names so far. Shout out to Steams. I hope to see Steams on the Cody list. Dead ass. But a dope battle though. 2-1 edge to Geechi Gotti. Shout out to Steams, because Steams was cooking. He definitely had to bar the battle too. That 2-2-3 shoot through trees, that was fire. But I'm gonna edge this battle to Geechi. Alright, that's what I'm calling it. Hit the like, subscribe, let me know what y'all think. DJ already, man. 1.